Hi, my amazing planner friends. It's Jess from my Magical Planner, and today we're going to be setting up our weekly actions for the week of October 14th through the 20th in my MakseLife Companion Notebook. Now, you don't need a MakseLife Companion Notebook to follow along. You can go to their website and get free printables, or just use a piece of paper and write down the questions as we go through them. Feel free to pause or whatever you need to do. We will be going over last week, reflections, and then setting weekly actions with a mind towards our overall monthly goal. Let's start with last week. Now, last week was pretty rough. So I got 0 weekly actions planned in here. The previous week, I did do pretty good overall, I would say, and got a lot done. But last week, it just wasn't in the cards. I was late on getting my planning done, and by that time, I was so far behind the ball that I just couldn't see anything getting done. So I decided to let go of last week, which I think is important for people to know that you can do. It doesn't mean you're giving up on your goals. It just means that this week you need the mental space. So with that all being said, let's go into our reflections of last week. The first question MakseLife asks us is, what are our wins? So last week, my wins were YouTube, family care, and my oldest's birthday. So YouTube went really well. I had some videos that astounded me on how well they did. Family care, I was able to prioritize that and make sure my family got the things they needed because we had some circumstances that weren't normal for us. And then making sure my oldest's birthday and his birthday party went off without a hitch and that he was happy is always so important to me. And when I see my kids happy, I always count that as a win. The next question that we have is, what worked? The biggest thing I think that worked this last week is letting go of last week's actions and not caring about that and prioritizing what mattered this week, which was my family and the things they had going on, which, like I said, was my oldest's birthday and his birthday party, which is always, there's always little things with that. My youngest, who's 12, had a collision in gym and got a concussion. So there was a lot of extra care that was needed with that. It was a minor concussion. She's good, but there's doctor visits and you just need to keep a close eye on them when they have a concussion and make sure everything's good. And then my husband, who is a workaholic and has 2 jobs. He has his normal job and then he has his passion project, which is providing internet to rural areas. And some of his fiber got cut. And so that made him really stressed out. He ended up spending over 24 hours up trying to fix one of the spots where things had gotten cut, and he just needed extra supports from me, things like making sure he had water, just sitting with him while he did stuff because he was so tired that he needed someone to just be there with him and talk with him so that he had the mental capacity to do what he needed to do and things like that. The other thing that I have down here that worked was time off from my family for friends. Because while I want to support my family, if you don't take a step back and take care of yourself, you can't take care of them or can't take care of them in the way you want to. So I took an hour and went and had dessert with my friend and just kind of talked about life, and it really helped me reset to be prepared to take on the weekend because we did that on Friday. So what didn't work? That's our next question. There are a lot here, at least a lot of little things that really added up to the week just not going very well. Some of them are just, life. Like I couldn't prepare for my kid having a concussion. I couldn't prepare for the line being cut, those type of things. But what I should not have done is on Sunday last week, instead of doing my planning, I did a huge deep clean of my house. And that takes all of my energy and it takes me several days to recuperate from something like that. I started the week already behind the ball because of that, which meant my planning, which I normally do on Sunday, didn't get done, I think, until Tuesday, honestly, because of the way things just happened to fall and everything. It also meant that I was more tired this last week and was trying to play catch up on my energy level at the same time as trying to propel myself forward, which is why I let go of even trying to set actions last week. And since I didn't have my weekly actions, I set up my planning so late in the week, I just felt off the whole rest of the week. Things weren't going well. Things got off. Things were forgotten or didn't get done, which is okay. There are always going to be weeks like that. But I think if I had done my planning on Sunday instead of that deep clean, the week would have gone better for me. So that's the big one. The other misstep that I made this last week, and it's partially because everything else had kind of gone off the rails this week, I made a poor digestive decision. So if you're new to my channel, I do have a lot of digestive issues. I lost part of my stomach. I have a new opening to my stomach. I have to be very careful about what I eat and such. And I made the mistake of being really tired and going, let's just order pizza. I haven't had pizza in forever. It sounds good. And I'm super tired. Let's just order pizza. Like, I'll get pizza for the rest of my family and I won't eat it. But totally, not only did I get pizza, I got pizza with sausage on it, which is a big no-no for me. And it has tomatoes on it, which is another big no-no. So just the combination caused a lot of digestive issues for me over the weekend. And so now I'm kind of paying for that decision and know I need to get back on the wagon, so to speak, as far as what I'm eating. Our next question is lessons learned. My Sunday routine is crucial for my mental health. That should be my number one priority on Sundays, because without that, everything else falls apart. I need time away from my family to be able to reset and give them the best care, was my other takeaway from this week, which I knew, but sometimes you need that reminder. Our final question for MakseLife is, what adjustments do we need to make this next week to make it better? So my adjustments for this week are going to be things like using the cleaning calendar that I set up in here. So just to give you an idea, because I don't think I've showed you guys this, I have other planners, so I tend not to use these pages. So instead of just having them blank, I set up a cleaning calendar, which I did not use last week. But this really helps me stay on task and make sure that the things that need to get done, get done. So if you want to deep dive into this, let me know and I will. But I think that's going to be crucial so that I space out all the things that need to be done in the house and don't try to do them all in one sitting. I need to make sure I am kind of poking my kids to make sure that they do their chores and that I am not just doing them for them, which is a bad habit of mine. And they become compliant, and sometimes they just forget. They all have ADHD or autism, and it's easy for them to forget. I just need to make sure that I'm following up with them to make sure things get done. I need to get back in the habit of using my daily routines and check-ins. Those were crucial the last couple months in making sure that I got things done and that my mental health was on a better trajectory. I think that's all of the big things that I wanted to do. I did add a new area down here called weekly intentions. I got this idea from the Tattoo Teacher Plan. I will link her down below if you've never watched one of her videos. She's amazing and I absolutely adore her videos. But my weekly intention for this week is to have a mental reset, focus on the things I need to make my life better, use my planner to get back on track, and pre-plan for my trip so I am less stressed. I just need to figure out, how much is food going to cost me on my trip, and what are the things that I want to do that will cost me extra, so I know that going into the trip and that type of thing. All right, now that we've gone over all of that, let's go ahead and set our weekly actions. Now, this week I did pull out some stickers. These are leftover stickers from my sticker book. I was like, we should use them up. I tried to color code, but it's not exact. I pulled out some icons as well. So let's see how this comes together. First, we have personal, which is yellow here. So I picked out this box to kind of have my overarching goal, I'll say, and then 2 boxes here to have my goals in. Oh, oops, that one's a little bit off. Can I pull it up now? Maybe. I need to get my nails redone so they're not so long. Okay. I feel like this is a good way to just use up some older stickers that maybe you don't have enough for an entire, weekly spread or anything. And you don't want to toss them because, you paid money for them, right? Okay, that seems good. So for this one, I do have this little coffee cup here, which I'm going to, I think, set on this one. And I think I had a second one that I was going to put on here. Let me think a minute. Well, maybe we'll... Oh, I know what it was. I'm like, what was it? It's this. Okay. So I'm going to say mental reset. And in my goal portion here, which maybe, you know what, we're going to use this Archer and Olive template and make little dots, I think, on at least on these two. I do really love this template. So my first one here is to finish Dan's senior picture. I say pics. That way I can submit one, hopefully by Friday. That is my tentative goal, but I am not putting that in stone. I just want to make sure that I get the photo edited. The next one is to use my planner to pre-plan the week. And I also have like kind of a secondary sticker I'm going to put in here. It just says like a little reminder, which is to do my AM routine. That seems to be the most crucial step in all of this, where I come and I write down what I need to do that day. A lot of times I'll actually write down most of it the night before, but I have to go over it that day and make sure I check everything off. All right, for fun and recreation, I have a couple here. So we're going to put this one up here at the top. And then I think I'm going to lay down the record player. Now, these two stickers are from Paper Doll Girls. They're on her, oh gosh, what was it? Her like daily pages, I think it is. So just so you know. So this one, I'm going to say focus on joy. And to go with the record player, we're going to put, I'm going to make a playlist. Of 90s country. Kind of going back to my, high school days. So we'll do that one. And then the other one is, so I did a research. I have 2 books that I kind of want to read, but I need to start one. So start next book. And I think if I can do those two things, that's really going to help me feel better about my whole week and everything. Next, we have work and learning, which I don't know if these boxes are going to be great or not. We'll see. Okay. So I'm going to set this one kind of like that. We're going to put the YouTube script in the middle. And here are going to be my two boxes, which I think need to overlap a little bit just in order for them to make the spacing. Put her there, and then this one, I think. All right, I need to pre-plan November and work on videos for my trip so that while I'm gone, the channel has videos to upload. So those are my two big ones for this week for my YouTube stuff. For family and relationships down here, that's these ones. I'm like, what color is that? So I'm going to put one here. I'm going to put Baymax over here. I think this is a freebie sticker that someone gave me, but I can't remember what shop. Okay. All right, this week, I'm not sure what to put for my focus, but there are two major things going on this week that I want to make sure I am doing. So the first is, it is for Dan, who is my senior in high school. He has senior band performance at the football game. It's going to be senior night performance. And just making sure that I'm there, that he has everything he needs for that and everything. And then the other one is for chores. Kid poking? Prodding? No, they're, let's see, what do we want to call it? Reminders. That sounds better. So making sure I am reminding them and making sure they do what they need to do. All right, health and wellness, which is this blue one here. I did pull off this one, but I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. I did pull off this one as well. We'll put him over there. Okay, so for this one, I do have a couple of different things here that I wanted to make sure I just made note of, for lack of a better way to put it. So put 3 down the side here. I'm gonna put this little guy over here. He's like a freebie sticker, I think, but I don't like the way that those are looking. They look very crooked, don't they? These are from Planner Kate, by the way. They were freebie stickers. So all the ones that you see like this are, I'm pretty sure, Planner Kate stickers. And they are a removable sticker, so they are easy to adjust if you put them down wrong. Okay, maybe I'll move this one over and just not have it line up with the other two like that. Then we have this that I was going to put up here. And you know, I bet I could write on it with the white marker for our focus. It's kind of, is it self-care? I think so. I'm going to put self-care. And this is just a white Jelly Roll pen. Very useful at times. All right. For this, we need meds and H2O, trackers, eat better. And then for our stress thing this week, we are going to try and do aromatherapy. So maybe I'll put that on this side. So I'll probably try and do 3 habit trackers this week. We'll see. And then for spiritual and personal growth, oh, I didn't pull out any stickers for that. Hold please. Let's grab a sticker. This is a sticker from Simply Gilded. I just got a haul from them, so I'll link that up above. But you do need to use a different type, like a more permanent. You can use a Sharpie or a microperm to write on these stickers because they are vinyl. All right, so for this one, I'm going to say daily log. I think that covers that. Next, we have finances. So I have this one, which I know kind of matches the one above, but we're going to ignore that for right now. And we'll put a little dollar sign here. I have a bunch of those. So I'm going to just say pre-plan is kind of my focus. So there's 2 big things that I want to kind of figure out this week as far as pre-planning my money flow. And the first, I'm putting this little box here to go with, and that's to figure out my gifts, table mate gifts. For the Sugary Girl Planner Conference. I don't know if that's the right acronym. I feel like it's not, but I know what it means. And then the other one here, I have these little suitcases. So that's here, and pre-plan trip. I'm also going to, as a side note, I have a bunch of Disney Visa points that I'm going to use for my hotel room. So I need to call Disney for reward points. That'll just lower my hotel bill. It won't completely pay for it, but it gets close. Okay, physical environment. We have kind of 2 things I'm going to put in here. So one is with this little house here, which is really cute. Can't remember where that came from. Or this other one. I think this one I might have gotten at the Go Wild conference. I could be wrong. But we need a Saturday yard cleanup with the kids, just to make sure that we get the yard ready before it snows, because usually here it snows and gets super cold around Halloween, so we're getting there. And the other with the house is household paperwork. Filed. So I just want to try and finish up that project. I don't know if it's going to happen this week because there's a lot going on, but I definitely want to move the needle on that. I'm not putting a specific amount down. I think I'm going to work on that on a daily basis. Like, what can I do today, each day this week? Maybe I'll put the word daily up here though. Because even if I can work on it for 5 minutes, that'll definitely move the needle forward. So that is everything I have for this week. I'm hoping it goes a lot better than last week. And that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button over there. And until next time, I'll see you real soon.